the storms last night and the freezing temperatures today, we've got a warm up on the way. Isn't that something? You know, those storms last night were something. You figure there have only been 4 Februaries in which a tornado has occurred somewhere in the greater Chicago area in February. And last night was one of them. That's 4 of them since 1950. It's not many. There were 11 confirmed tornadoes, confirmed by my colleagues who have had storm survey teams up out in the field all day. They identify these storms as having EF0 and EF1 winds, and you can see the range of the winds right there, but that's quite adequate to produce damage. Look at the cool air. This is a lobe of Arctic air knifing into the area. I pointed out in some of the earlier shows, 3 of the last 42 days, and only 3 of them have been below normal. The rest of them have all been above normal. That's how mild this winter has been. It will be the warmest winter on record when it ends at midnight tomorrow night from all indications, and the warmest February on record. So you're taking El Nino and the warmth that that produces and putting it on top of a warming climate, and you get a warm winter as a result with a lack of snow. Look at the winds, still gusting tonight over 20 miles an hour, and so we've got some wind chills that make it feel like it's 16 here, only 7 up at Madison, Wisconsin, 7 below at Duluth. So a little chunk of cool air, and there's just a little dip in the jet stream right here. But watch how that changes as we model and move through time. The flow turns westerly, and this has been the predominant flow all winter long. It's why we haven't got the Arctic air. It gets bottled up here in northern Canada. So this will bring oceanic air. You can see it comes in off the Pacific. They're going to get up to 12 feet of snow in the Sierra of California this week with big rains at lower elevations. And then various mountain ranges are hit with moisture out west. That air sinks coming out of the Rockies, it dries, it compresses, it warms up, and it heads in our direction. And that's the basis for our expectation we're going to warm up. Here's the storm that produced the activity today. Big storms went through the northeast. Another big storm coming on shore out west. But you know, this is good for us in the sense that it turns the winds southerly and brings oceanic air in, and that's why we're going to warm up the next couple of days. Look how we started cloudy and we turned sunny during the day, and we're going to have a beautiful sunny day tomorrow. All the advisories for wind and so forth are out east. There's a threat of fire as the southwest winds bring dry, warm air back into the plain states and the western Midwest. And then just a whole range of advisories out west as that next storm moves on shore. The mountain ranges take the moisture coming off the Pacific, they lift it. When you lift moist air, it cools off and you get snows in the mountains and rains at the lower elevation. But here's what we did today. We went from 74, that's nearly a June level temperature, down to 20, which is a January level temperature. So one way to look at this big drop in temperatures is it's not only one of the biggest 24-hour temperature drops on the books around here, but it's like turning a calendar back from June to January and doing it in 24 hours. A little bit jarring. Here the temperatures crashed. They went down to the low 20s with single-digit wind chills this morning and managed to recover only to 31 this afternoon. That compares to the 74 yesterday. So what a change. At one point today, when you factor in the wind chill, it felt over 50 degrees colder today than it was yesterday. So here's where temps are lower than they were. Here's where they're warmer than they are. And guess where this warmer air is headed? It's in our direction. So here's the forecast. Tonight, mainly clear, blustery, and colder. Temperatures down to 19 tonight. During the day tomorrow, sunny. Could be 100% sunny, as a matter of fact. High of 49. It'll be a gusty wind from the south-southwest tomorrow, with temperatures about 20 degrees warmer tomorrow than today. Then tomorrow night, scattered clouds, breezy. It may not even get below freezing. And from that relatively warm temperature reading, we'll warm to 53 as March gets underway on Friday. That's way above the upper 30s that are normal. And we'll go from there to 64 on Saturday and 73 Sunday and 71 on Monday. It does look wetter. By the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, even Monday night, could see a shower thunderstorm. But the winds turn off the lake a little bit, so even though it's above normal Tuesday, Wednesday, it'll be raining and kind of raw near the lakefront. But still above normal.
You know, in years to come, people are going to say, where were you when Tom Skilling retired? Well, half the population is in the studio.
In the studio here,
that's what they'll say. We were in the studio watching Tom's last
Look at this. And so many colleagues.
Oh, what guys? You're on TV.
Yeah. Thank you for coming in. Wow. I'll tell you. You know, to work a full workday, I have to come in and send me something. Well, thank you guys, to all of you. Wow. Nice.
All right, Tom, that was really something to behold. We're continuing to celebrate Tom. Next is Final Thoughts, WGN, to you, the viewers. We'll be right back.